Hello and welcome, and yes, you read that correctly. We are making a birria seasoned seafood boil. For the birria seafood boil seasoning, you're gonna need 10 guajillo chiles. Make sure to remove the stems and the seeds. 4 bay leaves, half a teaspoon of ground clove, and 1 tablespoon of lemon pepper. And if you would like to make this recipe spicy, go ahead and add 8 chiles de árbol. But beware, they get very spicy. You'll also need 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, smoked paprika, Mexican oregano, ground ginger, black pepper, and 3 tablespoons of your tomato chicken bouillon. And now it's time to add all of our seasonings into our blender. And if you don't have a high-speed blender, that's okay. You can use a Mr. Coffee like I've shown you in previous videos, but right now you want to add all of your seasonings. And once you add all your seasonings, you want to blend until smooth. And boom, done! And friends, if you can't handle spice, make sure to wear a mask when you're doing this. But what you want to do next is you want to divide this blend. So half of it's going to go into our boil and half of it's going to go into our sauce. And give or take, you're going to end up with about a cup. So you want to save half for your boil and half for your sauce. And now that we made our birria seasoning, let's go over the remaining ingredients that we're going to need for our sauce. We're going to need 32 ounces of chicken broth or chicken stock, 2 tablespoons of white vinegar, 2 salted sticks of butter, 1 carrot, 1 can of tomato sauce, and 1 tablespoon of mustard. You'll also need 1 finely chopped onion, 6 to 8 garlic cloves, and of course, some fresh lemon juice. I know some of you are going to want to look away, but you do need a lot of chopped cilantro to sprinkle on the top just like that. Ooh! And friends, we all love the Old Bay seasoning, and if you choose to use it for this recipe, don't go over 1 tablespoon because it's going to overpower the rest of the ingredients and you're going to end up with a little bit of a mess, but it's still going to be good. For our boil, you'll need 3 to 4 lobster tails, your desired amount of king crab, and your desired amount of Dungeness crab legs with a knuckle, because once that sauce gets into that knuckle, we all know it's downhill from there. Your desired amount of sausage, 4 to 6 pieces of corn, 7 to 8 carrots, 8 to 10 red potatoes, 3 pounds of shrimp, 2 bay leaves, 2 celery stalks, 2 medium onions, 1 head of garlic, 2 tablespoons of Old Bay seasoning, and 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. 8 to 10 cups of warm water, 2 tablespoons of tomato chicken bouillon, 4 to 6 boiled eggs, and did I say a lot of lemon? Because we're gonna need it. And all I'm doing here is cutting our lobster down the middle from the top and the back to make it easier when we're indulging in our seafood boil. I found these bags on Amazon, and this is for those of you that are gonna serve this individually or you're selling, just makes it a lot easier. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna add our boil ingredients into the bag. And if you're using potatoes take a little bit longer to cook. So just go ahead and slice that in half so that they cook a lot faster. And boom, done. Everybody has their own individual special bag, and it's easy for us to take out. Set your pot on a medium high and add your water. Add your celery, bay leaves, onions, head of garlic, soy sauce, Old Bay seasoning, vinegar, tomato chicken bouillon, and if you don't have tomato chicken bouillon, you can use the regular chicken bouillon. It'll be just as good. Last but not least, your birria seafood boil seasoning. And for those of you that didn't slice the potatoes in half and put them in a baggie, this is the time when you want to add your potatoes. These potatoes are going to take anywhere from 15 to 25 minutes to cook. So go ahead and continue to boil your ingredients for 10 to 15 minutes. That way we get soft potatoes and a properly infused broth. And after about 15 minutes, it's time to add your seafood. Friends, I said anywhere from 7 to 10 cups, but in all reality, you can get away with 15 cups of water in here. It just depends on your pot, as you can see here. I'm gonna give them a little bath before this little spot gets taken up. And I made this one for the kids. Just put the things that the children love in one little baggie and it's gonna make them feel super special. So I'll go ahead and place this one at the top. I'm gonna place my lid over my pot and I'm gonna continue to cook for another 10 to 15 minutes. Set your pan on a medium heat and drizzle a little bit of oil. To the oil, you want to add your onions. And you want to continue to saute your onions for a good 4 to 5 minutes until you see them go translucent. Add your garlic, butter, and go ahead and lower your temperature to about a medium low. Some of you like to have a lot of fun with your butter and I don't need you burning it. You know,
look at me.
You know who you are. Add your shredded carrot, tomato sauce, mustard, and if you don't have grainy mustard, that's okay. You can use regular mustard. A little extra for Cloud. She likes when those little mustard seeds pop. Your vinegar. Give that a quick, loving mix. And to our birria seafood boil seasoning, you're gonna add a little bit of your chicken stock. And you wanna mix that into a little bit of your chicken broth, chicken stock, because if not, you'll end up with clumps like this in your sauce. And go ahead and dissolve that into a smooth criminal. I'm just kidding, friends. You know I like to have fun in the kitchen. And once you've successfully dissolved all of your birria seafood boil seasoning, go ahead and add that straight into the pot. Add the remaining chicken stock. Once you add your chicken stock, you're gonna notice that it's not boiling anymore. We have to bring this up to a boil and continue to cook on a medium heat for about 10 to 15 minutes until your sauce thickens up. And after about 10-15 minutes, you're gonna notice that your sauce gets nice and thick. And that's when you wanna turn it off. Now, pay attention, okay? Taste the sauce. And if you wanna have the sauce just like this, you can. Or you can do what I like to do, which is adding the juice of 1 lemon. And remember, you can always squeeze your own lemon on the top. So that's why I want you guys to taste it and decide if you wanna add the lemon in here. But make sure you're adding the lemon once you turn it off. We want the fresh flavor. We don't want that cooked lemon flavor. Woo! Yeah, we're almost done. We're almost done. And now it's time to add your cilantro. And friends, a quick tip for you is that you can add 1 tablespoon of your birria chili oil to really enhance and amplify the flavor. And that's for those of you that want to impress the suegra. I'm gonna need somebody very special to say As always, Cloud and I are wishing you the best. We absolutely adore you and want to thank all of you for binge watching us this weekend. And on that one, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye! Adios!